sorry. Are you okay?
I've actually been awake for a while. I just didn't want to get up. It's really hard. I don't know what to do. I don't want to do anything.
You know, there actually is a Shakespeare character who was really sad and couldn't get motivated. Hamlet!
Shakespeare. Oh, you're going to tell us about Hamlet. Make sure you leave a lot of names out.
I'll leave as many names out as possible.
And make it the highlights.
Just the highlights.
Let me get my tea.
Alright, let's go! Hamlet, sip and tell. Our story takes place in Denmark.
Maka, is that relevant?
So you don't have to know it takes place in Denmark, but I can guarantee you, you will impress people by knowing that he's a melancholy Dane.
Fine.
We're in Denmark. The king is dead. The old king, he died. And there are these security people, these watch. There's a ghost. They swear he looks just like the old king. Old Hamlet. So they decide to tell Horatio, Hamlet's best friend forever, his BFF. They're like, hey, Horatio, there's a ghost. Horatio says, I think you guys are maybe cowards. There's no ghost. And while he's saying that, a ghost shows up. At that point, Horatio's like, oh, yeah, there's a ghost here. I've decided there's a ghost here, and he looks just like the old Hamlet. We should tell my best friend, young Hamlet.
Okay.
We've got a new king in Denmark. I said the old king died. His brother is now the new king. Same kingdom, new king. I guess he's inherited the kingdom, and also he's inherited the old king's wife.
Ew, her brother-in-law?
He's married the widow to old Hamlet.
Ew!
So sometimes in old-timey days, not just in Europe, but in a lot of other cultures, if a man died and that man happened to have a wife and children, if that man had a brother, sometimes that brother would marry his widow.
Ew.
That way, A, his family is now taken care of, and B, any property will stay in the family.
Oh yeah, no, naughty Maka. Tinama Zulu. I'm Zulu, that's my tribe. In our tribe, that's not unusual, Maka. That used to happen all the time.
Yeah, so it does happen. It's not the most uncommon thing in the world.
Like in Bridgerton when Marina's love died. And she was pregnant by him, but then out of nowhere, his brother showed up and offered to marry her. That way she could still be an honorable union. Why did you just say so? Yeah. Zulus, Bridgerton, Danish, same. Continue.
Common does not mean unquestionable. So even in Shakespeare's time, the audience would be watching this and going, ooh, how interesting. But in Denmark, this new king, King Claudius, is telling everyone how amazing he is.
Okay.
And how sad it was that the old king died, but how wonderful it is that his new wife, Gertrude, Hamlet's mother, is continue being queen. Everything's gonna be fine. Then we cut to Hamlet, dressed in black, looking super sad. Hamlets are always dressed in black, just in case anyone misses that he's super, super depressed. At that point, his king uncle, his uncle father, is all, hey Hamlet, why are you sad? You need to cheer up, Hamlet, be happier. You're still mourning about your father? Fathers die, Hamlet. Your father who you're mourning? He had a father, he died. It is ridiculous to keep mourning people who died. Death happens. Move on, Hamlet. Cheer up!
Wow. People love to tell people with depression to just cheer up.
So there he is, and all sad, and his BFF forever, Horatio, shows up and is like, Hamlet! I saw your dead father. And Hamlet's like, what? Horatio's like, mm-hmm. And Hamlet's all, let me check it out myself and I'll let you know if it is with my father. Later on that evening, Hamlet goes, he waits for the father to show up, the ghost.
Okay.
And he does look 100% like his father. And the ghost says, Hamlet, come over here, I need to tell you some stuff, but in private. And Hamlet goes off, and the father goes, Hamlet, So everyone here thinks that I died because a snake bit me. I was like, yeah, we know. Lies, Hamlet, that's a lie! I was sleeping in my garden. Everyone knows I sleep in my garden. And while I was minding my own business, fast asleep, your uncle put some poison in my ear. And my blood became as thin as milk. And I died, Hamlet. And now he has my land. He has your mama, my wife, and everything, Hamlet. I was just sleeping and I had to take all my sins with me to my deathbed while he gets to live his happy life sleeping again with your sexy mama, Hamlet. You need to avenge me. And Hamlet's all, I'm supposed to do what? Father's like, yeah, Hamlet, it's terrible here. You need to avenge me. And he makes Hamlet swear that he's gonna do it. Hamlet's all, I mean, it's my dad, so of course I'm going to do it. And he swears his friends to see, don't tell anyone what you saw. And no matter how you see me being over the next couple of weeks, don't corroborate any stories. Don't say Hamlet's fine. Don't say Hamlet's being a weirdo. Just, And that's where we start off. We've got this Hamlet family that kind of is weird and incestuous, right? We've got another family as well.
Okay, keep it to the highlights.
No, I said I'd leave people out, but they kind of matter. They're pretty important. There's a man named Polonius, and he's an advisor to the king.
So Maka u Polonius u advisor u Uncle King Claudius. Okay, you understand.
And his son is leaving with his father's blessing. We see this brother, sister pair, Ophelia and Laertes. And Laertes is like, hey, sis, I love you.
That's nice.
But I want you to keep an eye on that Hamlet guy. I need you to be careful about him. I know you and he are kind of on again, off again, but you know he's gonna be king one day, which means that he's more loyal to his kingdom than he will ever be to you. And you know guys only want one thing, so you need to protect that one thing.
Oh.
And she's all, I get that, Laertes, and I respect that so much. But what about you? Don't be a hypocrite. Take your own advice. Who's gonna tell you not to be all willy-nilly? He's all, snap! Father shows up, Polonius, their father. So I love you, son. You're gonna go off into the world. I don't want you to start fights, but if you get in fights, make sure you end them. Be respectful to people. Make sure you have adventures, and to thine own self be true. And if that happens, you'll never go wrong in life.
Oh! I know that quote. It's very famous. To thine own self be true. Oh, it's from Hamlet.
Yeah, that's where that quote is from. It's from this play.
Fingers.
Whatever.
And he goes off. Laertes leaves, and then he turns to Ophelia and says, yo! Ophelia! What was your brother saying to you?
Hey, boo.
He goes, oh, he was just saying I should be careful of Hamlet. And he's all, why? Why must you be careful of Hamlet? What's Hamlet been up to? And she goes, well, I mean, he's all, look, define the relationship.
As if.
And she says, well, I mean, he's made me aware of the fact that he has feelings for me. He goes, okay, you're a child and you don't know anything, so let me tell you what the truth is. He wants one thing from you and you need to stay away from him. You need to start ignoring him. Make sure you do what I tell you to do, and then you'll be okay.
So what happened to thine own self be true?
He gave them very different pieces of advice. Lots of different fathers telling their children what to do. We'll see how this works out for everyone. Ophelia's doing exactly what her father told her to do. She's ignoring Hamlet. So guess what happens? Ophelia bursts into Polonius' room and says, Father, Hamlet is mad! And he's all, what, for your love? And she's all, I mean, I don't know. I did what you told me to do. He came in my room. His shirt was undone. His socks were down. He looked cray-cray. He held my arm, and then he held my face, looked me straight in the eye. It was terrifying. And the father says, oh, you know what? Because you're ignoring him. That's why he's being this way. And she says, like you told me to do it. Yep. We'll go straight to the king and queen and tell them that he's mad. They go to the king and queen and go, hey, I figured it out. I know why Hamlet's mad. Gertrude, Hamlet's mother, goes, is it maybe because of his father dying and us getting married really quick? The Uncle King is all, you know what? We're gonna figure out what it is. It's not that, but we're gonna figure it out. And Polonius says, it's because he's cray-cray for my daughter. He's in love with her. He came into her room. He had no hat on. And he was reciting the worst poetry in the world. So obviously he's mad. King and Queen say, don't worry, we have a plan. We have his best friends from school coming. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
More people, Maka.
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern? Timon and Pumbaa.
I love Timon and Pumbaa.
But you'll see later, Timon and Pumbaa are much better friends to Simba than Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are friends to Hamlet.
Continue.
But the king and queen have called them here. They say, hey, you're Hamlet's best friend. You can figure out what's wrong. And Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are all, okay, we'll see what we can do. Everyone scatters off, and then Rosencrantz and Guildenstern find Hamlet, and Hamlet's like, friends! What? You're here from school? My friends? Are you here because you love me? Or are you here because you've been sent for?
Paranoid much?
Mean. We've been sent for. At that point, Hamlet's all, he doesn't let them know. Anyways, I'm really sad. His friends all, why are you so sad? Everything's okay. Try to be happy. Hamlet's all, you don't understand. Life is dark. I'm dark now. I'm sad now.
Melancholy.
RNG are all, well, I mean, if you're sad, you're not gonna enjoy this play coming, because the players are here. Yeah, there's a theater troupe coming. And Hamlet's excited to see them. He kind of shows off a little bit by going, oh, I love that one show you did. He recites a whole monologue, and he asks for them to do the rest of the monologue for him. And the guy, while performing, is crying. And later on, while Hamlet is alone, says, wow, he was crying about a character. He's so lucky that he can just cry openly, and he can feel what he feels openly. I have so much more that I'm sad about, and I have to keep it to myself. I could fill a stage with tears. But what I'll do instead is lay a trap. Sometimes when people watch plays, the way I just felt bad about my life, sometimes people feel bad about their lives. So I'm gonna set a trap for my uncle and see if it catches him.